Hello YouTube, welcome back to Joe Catchpolia talking about building a shipping container home. And right now we've got some updates. It's been raining almost every day, so stuff is still moving pretty slowly. But I've got 3 short videos to show you just with some little pieces of progress and a little bit about the roof, update on the vanity thing that I was talking about last time, and sort of a bigger move that we're doing, but I'll get into that shortly. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. I really don't know the difference between subscribe and hit the bell, so if you would like to tell me, it would be good. You could put it in the comments and then I understand. I know my hat looks kind of weird like this. Somebody was telling me they can't read my hat and that I should tip it down. Now I kind of look like a crazy person, I think, so I'm going to wear it all. Okay, so first thing, we got just a little bit of video here of the so these are the barrels that I bought, and I actually bought 22 of these. What a deal. But then I'm going to use for the vanities, and I'm going to use them for some other projects, but also I still have some unspoken for, so if you come up with any ideas, let me know. And this was I was just putting these in place, trying to come up with some thoughts of what we're going to do. And this would be, we put the piece of butcher block across the top there. We're just trying to look at it in scale in real life, and then have a little one across here, and put the little the pedestal sinks on top. And it turned out that this is going to be a really good height. So this was one of those times I kind of lucked out, and my plan is going pretty well. So that is that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And then the next thing, this was sort of a bigger move that we're doing. So this wall, and actually now it's really all cut open, we decided that it's really just not in the right spot, and it's not going to be a huge deal to move it. I actually think it's in the spot where it shows on the plans, but when we're just standing there, it's just clearly making our deck and outside space a lot larger than it needs to be, and kind of making the living room a little bit too small. This outside space, and I know I've talked about this before, but we're just going to have a bar across the top here, so we just need some room for stools. On the other side, we're actually building out a deck for it. And let me make this right there. And so this is all I'm talking about. So the wall that we were seeing was actually just one half of this wall here in that video. So it wasn't even fully built, and it was actually only being held in place by 3 screws at the moment. So moving it over is not a big deal. We checked on, it wasn't actually a load-bearing wall. We actually have support beams going across the top right now. So it's really, to just nudge it over, not going to make any difference at all, I don't think, structurally or anything, at least according to my contractor. What it's going to do, when we were really measuring things out, putting a dining table and a living room in this room was going to be pretty tight, and so it just gives us a little bit more space. And one of the things we had to do to make this work is switch this door to a slider, but the slider is actually cheaper anyway. So this was a move that seems like it has almost no downside. I mean, we'll make this outdoor space a little bit smaller, but there's still going to be plenty of room for 4 seats across here in the bar. And then what would you really do behind that? Couldn't have fit a table there anyway. And then on this side, we're building out a metal deck. We're expecting to put the, barbecue or a grill right here. I don't know, people seem to call them either one. And then just put a little bench right here. And, this will be, we're shrinking it to where this is just 36 inches, which is a normal doorway width. So you'd have room for that bench, or just maybe a little table to put stuff on and a grill. I don't know, but it's still going to be plenty of space. I'm pretty happy with that move, but if anybody has some thoughts about why we might not want to do that, one of the things, because it's not changing any of the structure, and it's not changing the footprint that we have approved. This isn't something that we have to. It's not going to be a big change like how we had to wait to get this other part of it, which obviously isn't showing in these plans. And just the last thing I wanted to show you a little bit, obviously it looks like we're not getting a whole lot done, A big part of that is the rain. You can see the containers are actually filling up. But one of the things that we've made a lot of progress on is all the roof supports. And it's actually why it's now raining in the containers again. Because when they put these up, it actually moved, they did it and put some support beams across the top, like I was talking about, and actually moved the seal on the container just enough to where now it's dripping down the whole middle. It's unfortunate, but we're putting a roof over that anyway, and so it's not a huge deal. It's just, it's slowing us down for any interior work. The floors are already treated, and so those should dry out pretty easily, although the floor on the little bridge part has buckled a little bit, so we're going to have to straighten it out. Lots of problems. I think a lot of this is we don't do all of the planning that we should, and when I say we, this is mostly my contractor, but I've learned by now that there's a lot of stuff that I have to be on top of to make sure that he's good at getting the individual tasks done. But some of this planning stuff, but also, we didn't know it was going to rain for a month straight, so to be fair, that's the case too. In any case, thank you for watching. Until next time, and you can tell after this video that I will keep making mistakes so that you don't have to.